Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about the Demon Slayer movie that just came out in April. It came out, let's look this up. I actually already typed it in. On April 23rd, 2021 in the US. And apparently, I'm going to put this in because I thought it was really, really interesting. Apparently, according to Google, it made like this much money. $456.1 million. I don't know if that's worldwide or that's just in the US, but that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Anyway, let's get into this. So I did watch the Demon Slayer TV show in preparation for this, which honestly I would recommend you guys do that if you are gonna go see this movie because it is continued. Like I know a lot of anime movies are just, oh, here's our characters in a situation where you don't really need to know anything about the series in order to go forward. And I mean, in some ways, I feel like you could probably do that with this, but it's like literally jumping in at season 2. I guess because I haven't read the manga yet, but I assume that because this was a bigger arc, it just made more sense to put it in a movie format rather than a 20-minute show format or to waste a season. So, yes, this is actually in the manga, and I didn't realize that because we went to Barnes & Noble after we went to go see the movie because it was like right across the street, and my fiance was looking through the mangas and it was in the manga, so that's something for y'all. Yeah, and I did a video on that. I'll put it in the I don't know if it'll be I don't know when this video is going up, to be honest, because I'm pre-recording a lot of videos. We did watch the movie, and we did watch the movie dubbed only because it was just easier for my fiance. Also, they actually don't have that many showings of it subbed. And I kind of assume, because they assume that most people don't understand Japanese. And also, reading at a scale of a movie theater, it's doable. People do it around the world. Japan does it for American movies and things like that. But that being said, if you're trying to get sub tickets, I don't know how long from now this is going to be. This is going up where you're going to watch this. But apparently, some people are having problems. So be aware of that if you're going to the theaters. Also, this was our first time going to the theaters since COVID, and honestly, it was nice. I missed the movie theaters. There was no one in there though. There was maybe 6 other people in there, so it felt like we got a private screening, especially because me and my fiance I feel like we were reacting the most to things. People were just really quiet. I felt like I was in a movie theater in Japan. It was really quiet. So this movie takes place literally seconds after season 1 ends. So it's literally if you literally just finished, if you're watching this in the future, and if you're watching this in the future and you were can I just go straight into it? Yeah, because it literally lends itself to be you can watch the first season and go into this, and then I don't know how the second season is going to be. I'm really excited for the second season now though. But yeah, yes. So this takes place in a train. It is going from Mugen? I've never heard of this place, but Mugen to Tokyo, and a bunch of people are going missing on this train, and so the Demon Slayers are going to check it out. There's one more superior Demon Slayer that's already there, who's already kind of checking out, but they also call for Tanjiro and his friends to go too, which honestly, if this was real, I don't think Tanjiro and them would have been invited. Because, they have, these OP people, right? That are, the main clan. And Tanjiro's, level 1 in the Demon Slayer Corps? I always want to say corpse, because it's corporation, but it's core. Anyway, yeah, so in those ways, in the beginning of the movie while I was watching this, I'm that kind of feels because this is supposed to be one of the... So this is the... Again, this may spoil it if you have not seen season 1. So I'm just gonna go into it. The end of season 1, the whole last episode is literally just setting up this movie, and pretty much the main bad guy, the one that looks like Michael Jackson, beat it up. No, I'm kidding. The one that looks like Michael Jackson, he basically, it's kind of like he has 12 disciples, and so there's 6 upper demons and 6 lower demons. And in the first season, we meet I think 1. In season 1, we meet one of the lower demons, which is Demon 5. And on their eye, it does say lower or higher demon, it's branded into them, which is very interesting. Ooh. And so we see the bad guy kill off everyone but 1, which was the lower 1, which would be 7. And he like gives him OP powers. He gives him his blood, and he's like, go do the bad that I with my blood. Like go fuck up some shit because I want this level 1 demon slayer killed because something this man he's sus, and I don't want him anywhere near me. It's pretty much what the bad guy says. And so yes, we also don't see the main bad guy at all in this movie. We only the main like the Michael Jackson bad guy, we don't see him at all, but we do have that main bad guy, which is the one that was set up in the last episode, which is lower 1. So that's our bad villain. I will say that this movie literally kept me on, like there's 1 or 2 things that I kind of figured out while watching, and I was like, is it gonna do this? And I'm like, oh, like at one point I was like, honestly, like I said, I think in the genre of like boy animes, I always think of like Pokemon, and I feel like in some ways it's so like like it's kind of a trope in anime where it's like the one that does not necessarily deserve to get the praise or anything like that, who does and gets to go on these crazy adventures even though there are way more qualified people to save the world or do anything. That's kind of how this kind of felt in some ways, because I'm just like, and that's what I was thinking while watching this movie. Like the first like maybe 45 minutes, I'm just like, what is Tanjiro really bringing to the table here? You know what I mean? They could have had the bigger, the badder, like the love, like the A1 Demon Slayers go out for this, and they didn't. But again, it's probably because they know the core already knows that the big baddie hates this kid, and so if he's not trained, he will be killed. He will die. Like he is, you know, so they're like, okay, so how do we deal with, I guess that's how they're dealing with it. I don't know. Like I don't know the exact thought process here, but I only like I said, I only predicted like maybe 1 or 2 things that were gonna happen. I thought it was pretty good. Like I honestly think that also this movie was surprisingly cheap. It was like $10 a ticket, which I'm not used to that, and I don't know why it was so cheap, but it was really cheap. So that was the thing. That has nothing to do with the movie, but for the quality of the movie and how much we paid, like if I were to like, because it came out like maybe like 6 months ago in Japan, I could have in theory bought the Blu-ray and watched it, but this was so much cheaper. Currently editing this, my computer's being super loud, but I was wrong. I looked it up on Amazon Japan, and the movie hasn't come out on Blu-ray or DVD yet. It's actually coming out on June 16th. So yeah, and it's the Blu-ray costs $3,389, and the DVD is $29.65, which is actually pretty fucking cheap for a Japanese movie because they're super overpriced normally. So if you want to pre-order that's and you like this movie, you know, I would low-key recommend it. maybe wait for the American DVD to come out if you want like CCs, like closed captions or subtitles. But if you're okay with just getting the Japanese version, it's actually a pretty good price. So that being said, they're at varying different prices depending on what you want. Like the limited edition ones are obviously maybe will be worth more one day, and they're more expensive. So do with that information what you will. Like, yes, because as I've talked about in some of my other videos, Japanese media is fucking expensive for no fucking reason. So yeah, it's a really good value for the media, and also because it's on a big screen, really good value. Also, throughout most of this movie, they are asleep. The villain does put them to sleep. And also, something that I think about, because this is such an anime trope, in all reality, if this was not an anime, I'm just picking jokes. Like, I'm not even trying to be like, this is what makes it bad. Like, I think it's a good movie. But they want to kill them by their soul, right? So, like, in theory, you could have just killed the body. You could have stabbed these people. Smarter, not harder, right? But no, like he's like, we want, and I think it's because of like, reincarnation and stuff like that, because it's kind of like hinted. We were at some parts of the movie, we're in a graveyard, like there is some like, ooh, maybe there are like spookier things. Also, there's demons in this universe. When ghosts or reincarnation, things like that be possible in this universe, I think it's totally fucking possible in a universe like this. I also don't think that, especially because at this point Tanjiro's starting to become a lot more OG, especially because he's a low-level demon hunter, but he literally can do a lot of things that like he can rival a like top tier one. And so I feel like he probably has powers or something. Like there's something about this kid. There has to be something about this kid, because there's just like sometimes I'm just like there I might do a whole video, honestly, because like with the like, especially because of how fast I went through Demon Slayer, I kind of want to read volumes 1 to 21, 22, I think, however many volumes there are of it, and do a video, because of how I feel about the whole series and things like that, because I don't know if I can wait, honestly, like I really don't. I might do it, but yeah, so yeah. Also, that's obviously, y'all probably want me to talk about the ending of the movie. Oh, wait, before that, I said this in my Demon Slayer series review or series 1 review, but they're really good at making fight scenes be good, which sounds really weird. Someone who gets really bored really quickly in fight scenes, especially because even though I watch things like Purikua, after a few episodes, and especially all the fight scenes, I get kind of bored, and so I can only really watch like a few episodes like of Purikua or anything like that in a row. Even like Sailor Moon, I can't watch like too many of those in a row, but I think Demon Slayer does it pretty well, and it flows pretty well, and it is artistically beautiful, and I think that's, and the music, everything, it's beautiful. So yeah, like this movie still did that, like, and we got a few fights. Of course, we got a few fights. It was really, I liked it. I liked the fights. The fights were cool. I don't know. I'm not someone who can rank every fight. Okay, I'm sorry that I'm not one of those ranking every Shonen Jump fight ever in history channels, because I know there are those. I'm not that person. Am I sorry? Not really, but I'm gonna say I'm sorry. Don't cancel me. But yeah, and the end is what really threw me off. Like by the middle of the fight, we kind of already knew. So basically, one of the upper demons comes and is like gonna challenge so Tanjiro's injured. The main villain of this movie is defeated, and we get a slice of what is to come with the upper demons, because now we only have upper demons left. We don't have any more lower demons, obviously, because we got rid of lower demon 1. So now we have upper demons 1 to 6, which some of these demons have not been destroyed in years, centuries, a long time. They've been around for a while. They've been around for a while. And so we get a taste of it with the fight scene with Goku, which is the blondie fiery guy. He has like, his power I think comes from like he can do stuff with fire. I don't fully understand that yet, but yeah. And he's really fast and really strong. It's even talked about that like he is stronger than most people. He is extraordinarily strong, even though that was something that we learned at the very end of the movie. But yeah, the fact that they were like, hey, do you want to be on our side? You want to be on the bad side? Honestly, would have been kind of interesting if he was like, halfway through the fight, fuck this job, and was like, yeah, I'll be a demon, because that would have been really fucking. But no, it's samurai culture. He allows himself to go, like he's down for the cause, on him and stuff like that. And I think that going on, he is definitely going to be a martyr. You can tell that this is all set up so that Tanjiro has like something to like be like, I am upset about this. So super martyry. It's just fine. It's like we all need something to keep us going, right? So it's fine. I think but But going into this now, I'm just like, how is season 2 gonna be? And that's why I'm like, again, I really, really want to read the manga, because Demon Slayer did end last year in Japan, so it's all serialized. It's not all serialized in America yet, but they're actually serializing them really quickly compared to like a lot of other manga that I read. So yeah, I think they're releasing like a few a year, like like a few, even sometimes like a few months. So it's kind of wild how much, like, they're pretty much almost caught up to the Japanese versions, which is kind of crazy. I might collect them. Who knows? If you guys can't tell, I like collecting stuff. I obviously have to talk about my bitch Nezuko, because she was so cute in this movie. She wasn't in it as much, honestly, but I think it was because they wanted to focus on the Demon Slayers and like developing the Demon Slayers story a lot more. Yeah, I think that's also the sidekick. Now that we're talking about side characters, that's so cute. Side characters. We really need, like, I hope that they get stronger and they train more, because even in the last few episodes of the first season, they were not really fighting or trying to train what Tanjiro was, so I hope it gets better, especially because I wanted there to be like, also, I thought there was going to be like a Powerpuff Girls tag team a moment in this movie, and there is one tag team a moment, but it's not like every single person is, because this is a really big villain, it wasn't like every single person was like, let's beat them up. So, missed opportunity there, but maybe too many people in the, like, too many hands in the cookie jar type of thing. No one wants that, I guess, but yeah, I did not realize I was be talking about this movie for 20 minutes, and also I hope the audio is okay, because this wig keeps touching the mic, so yes, that's why if you're like, oh, why do you keep touching your hair, that's kind of why. So yeah, if you guys have any requests, anything, honestly, like I said, I did not think I was gonna like Demon Slayer as much as I do, so, and I am someone who hyperfixates, so before I go, there's finally an anime I can talk about that's like mainstream that everyone likes, that I can just chime in on it, because I really can't do that with most anime. Like, yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about like very basics of like, no, I can't. Pokemon? I do that with Pokemon. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.